Hey, Foundry, it's Hugh. I'm out here outside with you on a beautiful day, and we're going to get into Mark 5, 1 through 13. And so let's dig right into that. As they crossed over the sea, they came to the country of the Gerasenes. When Jesus stepped out of the boat, immediately there came from the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. And this man was from the tombs, and no one could bind him, even with a chain. For they had often bound him with chains and with shackles, but he would wrench apart the chains and break the shackles to pieces. No one had the strength to subdue him. Night and day, in the tombs and on the mountains, he would cry out in a loud voice and cut himself with stones. He approached Jesus from afar, and when he came near, he fell before him. And he cried out in a loud voice, "What do you have to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? By God, I adjure you, do not torment me." For Jesus had asked the spirit to come out of the man. Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" And by reply, he said, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And he earnestly begged him not to send them out of the country. Nearby on the hillside, a herd of pigs was feeding. And the unclean spirit said to Jesus, "Send us into those pigs. Let us enter them." And Jesus gave them permission, and they left the man and went into the pigs. Then the pigs, a herd numbering about 2,000, rushed down the steep hill into the sea and drowned. Let's take a walk. Pro tip for today. When you hear the Sea of Galilee, in some scripture versions and different texts, you may hear it as the Lake of Gennesaret, and that's another common name for it. So don't be confused. And it was no small lake. This lake was over 8 miles across to cross it, so these voyages would have been an excellent time to have conversations with the disciples as they went back and forth across the lake. In today's devotion, we hear about Jesus speaking to the very unclean spirit that possessed this man. And even the spirits realized that Jesus had a voice. So not only in the previous verses do we learn that Jesus can calm the weather and calm the seas and calm the storms, but he actually is in control of the evil spirits that possess this man. Now, this man was tormented. He was an outcast. He was in the tombs. He was left alone. He was not allowed to be entered into the city. And yet Jesus knew him and was able to speak to the spirits. The spirits tried to use a very superstitious thing by using Jesus' full name, Jesus, Son of the Most High God, because there was a superstition that if by calling him by his name, they could somehow control him. But in reality, they also knew that they had to ask permission to be put into the pigs. One of the most fascinating things about today's verses is when you learn that pigs can swim. So pigs are actually excellent swimmers. My wife and I went on a cruise a couple of years ago, and one of the tours that they offered at one of the beaches we were at was to actually swim with pigs. And so they're very good swimmers. The fact that this legion of unclean spirits went into the pigs and caused them to rush down the hill and drown shows exactly what Satan wants for you. The enemy has come to kill and destroy and steal, but Jesus came so that you would have life and have it to the full. Have a great day, Foundry.